Hello students, today we are going to discuss a very important topic from the yearly exam point of view and which is very scoring also. The name of the topic is perimeter and area. In this video, we are not just only going to discuss the concept, we are also going to solve few questions related with this concept perimeter and area. I'll try to cover each and every shape which are there in the questions and try to take one or two odd questions on each particular shape. You can practice more questions based on the similar type of question based on the shapes, right? At the last of the video, there is a very important part which is going to be there. Kindly watch till the last that common mistakes that students do while solving the questions of perimeter and area. They repeat these mistakes in the practice and they also do the same mistakes in the exam and lose marks. This chapter is very scoring. Once you understand the concept, you will able to score the full out of full marks from this chapter particularly if we talk about. I will discuss with few tips and tricks which will help you to avoid this common mistakes. That what we called as a perimeter. Here, perimeter we also known as it is a sum of all sides. But why we are doing the sum of all sides? Because we want to calculate what boundary length of a figure. Why we require to calculate the boundary length? See the type of a question they give. Because if we have a length of a wire and with that wire we have framed or we have formed a rectangle. So that wire is used to form a rectangle. Now, because with the same wire I have joined and make a rectangle or a thread, whatever. Now the question will come, if I open this wire and want to make or convert the shape into a square. Now calculate the side of a square or the area of the square. Now, whenever we are reforming from one shape to another shape, what I am discussing, whenever we are reforming from one shape to another shape or reshaped. Here, in this case, we have rectangle and now we are converting this into a square. They might give us the dimension of rectangle. I'll write completely. That is length and breadth. They might not, and they might give you the total length of the wire, which is what? A perimeter of rectangle. Because the rectangle is made up of wire, which comes from where? The concept that perimeter is equal to sum of all side equal to boundary line. So if the wire is used to make a rectangle, then the boundary length of a rectangle is equal to the length of the wire. The first concept. Second part, now they are asking it that we have reshaped into a square. By opening a wire again, the straight wire, it will become, this is a wire, maybe bigger. Now we are forming it with, we are using it to form a square. Now they might ask, calculate the side of a square. We know that square, all four sides are equal. In rectangle, opposite sides are equal. Right? But they might ask the side of a square. If they want to make it more difficult, they can ask what? Calculate the area of a square. Then this question will become 3 marks. So this is the basic concepts are required. I'll write the formula here for you. But before that, I just want to give you an idea that which type of questions we supposed to solve in the exam. They can ask in the exam. Right? So you are getting that idea that here they might give us the length of a wire or a particular perimeter of a one shape and then asking us that the perimeter of another shape is equal. They will not write it. If it is forming by the help of a same wire, then in this case we need to note down that perimeter will be equal. Right? What will be same? What is going to be same in both rectangle and square? Perimeter. Understood? So such kind of question they might give in the exam. Okay. Now, if you don't know the formulas, I am writing it. Okay, come on, quickly tell me what is the perimeter of a square? I know that you all know what is 4 into side because all 4 sides are equal. Then either you can add the side plus side plus side 4 times or you can multiply the side with 4. What is perimeter of rectangle? Now don't say length into breadth, that will be the area of rectangle. Here the perimeter of here, how many lengths are there? Two length and two breadth. Try to visualize, don't just be in hurry to write the formula. In the exam I've seen many students know the formula, they know the concept, but they have mixed up the formulas. They have write a formula of area at the place of perimeter. What to do? Simple trick is to visualize the figure first, think for a second and then write. In 1 second you won't lose anything. So just think and then write. Okay, perimeter of rectangle. Rectangle have two length, two breadth. I want all four sides. So two length, two breadth. Now two length you can write this formula. No one will cut your marks. But if you want, you can take 2 common and write L plus B. That will be a more. Why? Because see, we need to write the way in which the evaluator feels easy. This is not just for the grade 7th or 8th. This is for till grade 10th or maybe 12th or any exam in your lifespan you will give. You will write your answer sheet in a way that the evaluator feels comfortable and easy to understand, because we want marks from them. Right. So don't write this formula 2L plus 2B is for our understanding, to memorize, to visualize the formula. Right. Try to write in 2L plus B. That is not wrong, but we want to write in a better way, for an easier way, for a more known way. So that any evaluator, whether they used to teach maths or not, but if they are checking your notebook, your answer sheet, whatever is written, if you have written, that should be more standard way. Okay, now without wasting any time, we'll move to the next shape. That is, let's say, triangle. Okay, what is the perimeter of triangle? Now you say, sir, I know many of types of triangle and its property. There is one chapter. But whatever be the type of the triangle, whether they are equilateral, isosceles or scalene triangle, if a triangle having a 3 sides, all 3 are, let's take for a moment, let's take all 3 sides are unequal, then it will be equal to the sum of all sides. Basic formula. Sum of all sides. Otherwise, you can write A plus B plus C, but avoid to write A plus B plus C, because in this we need to show them what is A, what is B and what is C. Better be to write sum of all sides. Okay. Still, you will get marks on it, but again, I am repeating that you should write in a standard manner. Now, one more figure, perimeter of parallelogram. What is parallelogram? Sir, I remember I heard the name, but I don't remember the shape. No problem. You can see parallelogram, again, it's a type of some students, I heard them calling that it's a tilted rectangle, because the opposite sides of a parallelogram again equal but parallel also, but in vertex angle of a rectangle, the angle that is forming at the vertex of the rectangle is 90 degrees. There is no as such rule in the parallelogram. You will discuss the property of a parallelogram in a later class, but here we will stick to our concept that what is a perimeter of parallelogram. If you have the base and this is then another side, we can call it a length or a base. This is called as a base of a parallelogram, and here that for the area it's important, but we'll discuss it later. Let's say this is one side of a parallelogram and this is another side of a parallelogram. So opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So 2 into sum of adjacent side. Adjacent, you know the meaning, that the side next to each other. Or 2 into, we can write this is at A, this is B. So 2A plus B or 2L plus B, similar as a rectangle, because there is no difference in a parallelogram or rectangle in terms of a perimeter. If you have because the formula basically is same, because the vertex angle is 90 and here the vertex angle is, there is no as such rule. So we won't go there. More and more we discuss, we'll start discussing the property of a parallelogram. So let's stick to the formula that if the parallelogram, we have a length and we have a breadth, then we can write the same formula, that is 2L plus B. Very, very important that always take care of the units, whether the sum of all sides you are using or the 4 into side formula or L plus B or 2L plus B, whatever formula we are using, we need to check that each term or each side, whatever we are using here, will be in the same unit. It has to be in the same unit, not will be. It has to be in the same unit. They might be given in the question. They might be given as a different unit in a question, but we need to first convert them into the same unit and then put into the formula. So what is the point to be noted? Avoid mistakes first. Common mistakes, and then we are trying to avoid them. So what mistakes we should avoid? First, convert all sides into same unit and then put it in the formula, and then put it into the formula. Okay, so this is very important part, the first very common mistake. Second part, I'll mix up the formula. Don't mix up the formulas. I said you that first visualize and then write. Okay, first visualize and then write. Let's quickly discuss that formula of area also, and then we will move to the question part. Okay, few tips and tricks if we follow now, then there we can easily avoid mistakes. There is as such no what should I say that particularly no other way to that कि इसी तरीके से लिखेंगे तो ही marks मिलेंगे. But these are the ways which help us to avoid mistakes. Okay, so again, try to write the formula of area quickly with me. Okay, area of square. So side into side or side square. Okay, area of rectangle. Come on quickly, say with me, length into breadth. Now area of triangle. Triangle is somewhere half of the part of a rectangle. So in triangle and parallelogram, we'll discuss the area. But what I would suggest that we'll discuss it with the diagram. Oh, there is one figure we have left it, that is circle. We'll discuss the circumference and the area of the circle after this one. So let's draw a triangle. Now whichever side you called as a base, this can also be the base. So triangle is kept on this side and you're calling this as a base, we can. Just important point that from the opposite vertex, because base has only also include two vertex. In this case, x, y, z. Base has x and z. So try one vertex which is not included in the base. Try to draw a 90-degree altitude or the which is called as the height of a triangle. Now opposite vertex to the base of the triangle, there is an side or not a side of a triangle. This is a altitude of a triangle. We all know this. This called as an altitude or height. Okay. Now they might give you height or altitude in the question, or they might ask by giving you the base, calculate the height, but they will give you the area of triangle. Again, don't forget to write to convert everything into the same unit and then try to solve. First rule, try to write given, what is given in the question, visualize the formula. Okay, then the next part I should convert everything into the same unit. Okay, so area of triangle, what is the area of triangle? You all know 1/2 base into height, but base and height are corresponding to each other. This is base 1, this is height 1. If this is base 2, height will be drawn from which point? You will write in the comment box. I'll draw by hiding it quickly. Okay, this is height 2. Okay, this is height 2 because it is corresponding to base 2. So I'm not writing the base 1, height 1, base 2, height 2, but they should corresponding to each other. So remember that. Again, the same scenario in case of a parallelogram also. Opposite sides are equal and parallel. But whatever side we are considering as a base, then there should be a corresponding height on it, which is an altitude which should be perpendicular from the opposite vertex. If it's given, then the corresponding base is base 1, this is height 1. We can write the area of parallelogram as base into height. Because in parallelogram, if you draw a diagonal, then it will divide this into the two triangles. So half part half triangle, this half triangle added together form the complete parallelogram area, which is base into height. So I hope till here you don't have any doubt. I have told you that what are the concepts required. Now I need to rub this again. So quickly, if you want to note down anything, please. Here it's important that base and height, make a note, base and height. This is again a common mistake I have observed. So next note again, I am writing with base and height in case of triangle and parallelogram particularly should be corresponding to each other. Base and height should be in correspondence to each other. Yeah, should be corresponding to each other. Correspondence to each other. Important point. Very, very important. Right? Why? Because don't mix up that I'll take this base and the height. It might be available in the exam that the height is here also, 90 degree. But first try to calculate the area with this base and this height. This height might be given. So then read the question carefully. They must be asking the value of base 2. They might not give you the area also. What this type of question we will discuss, that we'll fix up the in the later part of the video. Just try to understand that base is given, height is given, another height is given, and asking to calculate the base of another side of a parallelogram or base 2 of a parallelogram. We need to understand. We'll discuss this type of question. So quickly note it down. After watching this video, I won't say that everything you will understand and all this, but if you practice after watching the video, if you'll practice few minutes, like 30 minutes, good 30 minutes or 40 minutes, then you will able to solve each and every question from this chapter. I cannot commit you that which type of question will come, but I can easily tell you that the concept will going to remain the same. So try to stick to the concept. As I said in the class also every time, that we need to understand that concept only. Don't run behind which type of question, what question will come. Just understand the concept. You will be able to solve any question from anywhere. Okay. So let's discuss the another figure that we are. Let's discuss about circle. What is circle? Circle is having a fixed center, and the distance of every point on the boundary of a circle is fixed from the center point, which is called a radius. Now, the perimeter here, it does not work. Why we don't call it perimeter? Why we don't call it perimeter? Because it is also boundary length. In general, perimeter are the boundaries which are made up of line segments or straight lines. Circle, we have a circular boundary. So, or a curved boundary, if I say more correct. So, what we called as a boundary length of a circle is called circumference. Aryabhat says that the greater the diameter, the greater the circumference. This is the diameter, twice of a radius. Okay. If I'll make a diameter smaller, then the circumference will, you can see, is smaller, and diameter bigger, the circumference is bigger. So what Sir said, कि circumference is directly proportional to diameter, but we don't know how to solve proportionality. So here we convert the proportionality into equality by multiplying a constant which is called as pi. Here this constant is called pi. Its value is 22 by 7 or 3.14. When to use 3.14 and when to use 22 by 7? Not a debate. Should not be a debate. Why? Because whenever the radius or a diameter is in a multiple of 7, we'll use 22 by 7 or we will use 3.14. If it is given in the question, solve according to question or your choice. No problem. They have given just to make our calculations easier. Okay. So pi is 22 by 7. Here I said diameter. Definitely diameter is twice of radius. So we can also, can we write this formula as sir pi into 2i? Sorry, pi into 2r. Yes. So circumference of a circle can be written as pi d or 2 pi r, because 2 pi r is the just a good to say. Pi to r, it's not rhyming. 2 pi r, it's in the rhyme. Okay. So we have circle, circumference, and area of a circle again pi r times of r, which is pi r square. Unit I told you that this will be, area will be either in the meter square, centimeter square, millimeter square, kilometer square. All in the square units are the unit of area. The simple units of length are the units of perimeter. Okay. So perimeter, we should not multiply any two sides. Length and breadth is getting multiplied in here. Area. breadth and height, base and height getting multiplied in area. But here in perimeter, sum of all sides, sum, addition, then the unit will not get multiplied. But in the area, the multiplication of 1 meter into meter will become meter square. So try to be very careful with the units also. Again, I am writing units of answer. Units of answer is again important. So note down these points, quickly concepts and the formulas. This will be enough to revise this chapter perimeter and area. I'll take few 3, 4, 5 questions, whatever based on it. Try to take those questions. I will not solve it completely, but I'll try to discuss it to keep a video shorter. I will not solve everything on the board, but I think if you need any doubt, you can always write in the comment or chat box or whatever, so we can discuss. Okay, so I'll rub this, take a screenshot, but screenshot won't help in the exam. Again, I'm telling you need to write it on the paper in your handwriting, then only you will able to write the correct formula in the exam. Again, I am telling perimeter formula, try to visualize and then write area formula, multiplication of the sides. So length into breadth, side into side, breadth into height. Because triangle, again I will visualize parallelogram, breadth into base into height, then triangle half. So half base into height. Circle, pi r into r will become pi r square, here pi d. I will not go in very depth how this formulas has formed. I can discuss, but this is not a good time. Okay, so I'll erase it, quickly rub it, and then we'll discuss few questions. I have taken it. So I'll try to give the link in the description of the video so that you can also see the questions and then solve. Try to solve. Okay, so I'll take few questions. First question I will take as a real life example. A farmer has a rectangular garden measuring 20 meter and 15 meter. He wants to fence it using 3 rows of wire around the boundary. Now the question is, a farmer is having a rectangular garden. So first of all, I'll try to visualize that the garden is rectangular in shape. Then, okay, what the farmer wants to do? Farmer is saying that I am having one length is, I think, sorry, quickly tell me. I've made a worksheet actually. I'll try to upload it. So 20 meter and 15 meter, sorry. So 20 meter is in length and 15 meter is in width. Sir, in the question, they might give you the dimensions of rectangle. Dimensions of rectangle like this, 20 into 15. Don't get worried. Anything you can use. Anyone is length, anyone is breadth. This is the dimension. What is our idea? First, we will write length into breadth. So I'll take first as a length and the second one as a breadth. Simple. Okay. So the farmer want to fence this rectangular field, but with the help of 3 lines of wire. Okay. So how many times the farmer what farmer wants to do? Fence the field with 3 lines of wire. So either they can ask how much is the length of the wire required for fencing. Now calculate what is to find. Calculate the length of wire, required length of wire. Okay. So quickly try to solve it, discuss. First point, what should I do in the exam? I told length is this, breadth in this. So avoid confusion that it's written, they have not given the direct length and breadth. Which one should I take length? Which one should I take breadth? It's on your choice. Okay. Second part, what they are asking, they want to fence it. So they are not asking about the area in the field, that how much is the area available. No, they are not asking about the area. They are not asking about the space or region. What they are asking? Sir, they are asking about the boundary length. Fencing they want to do. Fencing will be here only. So there is no part which is required inside the field. So no area discussion is needed. Only what is required is perimeter. Now, how should I start? So I will write that length of wire required is equals to 3 times of perimeter of rectangular field. Why sir 3 times? Every time has to write 3 times? No. The farmer want to make 3 lines of wire. Okay. So 3 times. Now we know that what we know that perimeter of rectangle is equals to what it is. Now you tell me. Again I will see. Okay. Here also 20, here also 20, here 15, here 50. 2 length, 2 breadth. 2 common length plus breadth. Tell with me. How many length? Come on, tell me quickly. Tell with me quickly. 2 length, 2 breadth. 2 common. What is left? Length plus breadth. So 2 common. What is left? Length plus breadth. Now then you can solve easily that 20 plus 15 will be 35 to the 70. 70. What will be the unit? Again the important part is unit. Students won't write units in the exam. Unit. Then what is left to remain? Answer statement. If you don't write the answer statement, you will lose half marks. Not half mark of the question, just 0.5 marks. 0.5 marks for the unit. Don't write the formula, don't write if your choice, but you will lose marks. So, sir, is this the way only to solve? No. It can be the one of the best possible way. Why? Because it avoid doing mistakes in the exam. So I hope you will able to solve this. Let me discuss the next question. I'll pose this question, not answers because it won't be possible for me to solve each and every question, but I've roughly told you the answer. You can note it down in the side. 20 plus 15 will be 35 to the 70. 70 into 3 210 meter is the length of the wire required to fence a rectangular field 3 times in a 3 lines or in a 3 rows. Total length of a wire. Whenever the total length is of wire required, then definitely we are going to use what? Perimeter. Okay. We'll take one more example. Cost of painting of a wall. Let's say a school wall. A school wants to paint a rectangular wall. Again, a rectangular wall only. Let's not take this one. I'll post this one. You label the cost of painting. See, length of wire, perimeter. Cost of painting, length of wire required. Whenever we talk about the length, always use perimeter. Whenever paint is not going to be on the length only, paint is going to be on the surface. So whenever there is a surface, now school wants to paint a rectangular wall. I want to paint on this board. Then what I need to do? Calculate area. Whatever be the shape, if the whole surface is going involved, then calculate area. If only the lengths are involved, then calculate the perimeter. Very basic, very basic. Again, I am trying to tell, if the whole surface is involved, calculate area. If only the lengths are involved, calculate perimeter. Okay. So quickly erase this question. Now I have told you the answer also. Try to take 1 or 2 odd questions to keep this video short. If you want, I don't want to keep it so lengthy so that the whole time will be, but definitely it is going to be helpful because this chapter is very scoring. It has its own weightage, so that is also important. Now a circular park of a radius 10 meter, and this is a very good question. I've purposely put into the worksheet. Why? Because see, a circular park of radius 10 centimeter. So radius of a park is given. I think 10 centimeter or 10 meters. Sorry, it's a park, definitely not centimeter. A 2-meter wide walking path is built outside the park. Find what we need to find. Find the area of the pathway. There is a park, 10 meter. What they want to make a 2-meter wide pathway around the park so that the people can walk easily and don't go into the area where the flowers and the plants are kept. Okay, this is 2 meter, beta. Need to be very careful with it. Now we need to calculate what? Only the area of the pathway. They might ask what is the cost of to do payment here. we want to place blocks here on the pathway. So what is the cost? Now again they can ask that cost of blocks, they have rate of, because they don't directly write the cost is 300, 200, 500. No, they'll give the cost of block is rupees 30 per meter square. So we need to calculate now, find the or find the total amount required uh, to make this pavement or to put the blocks on this pavement. Okay, so we need to calculate the total cost or the total amount required. Now how do you do this question? Now sir, you will say that pavement is only, so I will calculate perimeter, because see, try to understand, we are not going to put the blocks on the side only, we are going to put the blocks in the whole surface, right? So surface is involved. As surface is involved, area. Always tiles, number of tiles, pavement, pathway, all calculate required to calculate area. Okay. So as 10 centimeter, 2 centimeter wide, 10 centimeter is the radius. So what we need to do? We need to calculate the area of a bigger circle, and then let's say this is the area of bigger circle, and then subtract the area of smaller circle. So what is to calculate the area of a bigger circle? Now area of pathway or pavement is equals to what? Area of bigger circle, big circle, minus area of small circle. To calculate the area of big circle, sir, I need the radius of big circle. This small radius is 10, this is 2. How much is the radius of bigger circle? So I'll write, sir, pi, capital because bigger for capital, small pi, small r. Now I can write, see, because there's no number is divisible or the multiple of 7, so I can write pi as 3.14. If you want, you can take pi as common also. Okay, so what is the radius? 10 plus 2, 12. You need to show here that the radius of bigger circle is 2 meter plus radius of a smaller circle. So the radius of bigger circle will be 12 meter. Need to be very careful that here and here the unit should be same. Okay, so again pi, this will be 10 square. You can take pi as common, so 3.14 is common, 12 square is 144, 10 square is 100, 44 only left, 3.14 multiplied by 44. You can get the answer in centimeter, meter square. Then this is the area, but the cost of the block is multiplied. The rate will be going to be multiplied. So again, read the question. Fourth important point that the common mistake children do is they will write this as a final answer. I will not go in the multiplication part. You can easily multiply 314 into 44 and put the 2 decimal from the last. But what is the important point here I want to tell you is that amount or the cost of block is equals to area of pathway multiplied by what? Rate. This is rate of pathway. It's not given in the question. Rate of block per meter square is 30. So you will multiply 30 rupees and give the final answer in rupees. Very careful with the units. Again, I'm telling. So this is the few questions. Just one more questions I want to take. It's not in the worksheet, but while taking the concepts, I just having the idea. Okay, this question might be there. So I'll try to take that question also. Just 2-4 minutes, maybe more, and then we'll finish this video. Okay. So I want to calculate the area of triangle. Again, I was saying that I want to calculate the area of triangle. Or might be, let's take area of first. Let's calculate the area of triangle. So this side will be considered as base. Why? Because the altitude is made on the this side only, that is height. So what should I write here? 1 by 2 base into height. Now, if any other side, what will be the altitude on side 10 centimeter? This is, let's say, 8 centimeter, and height is, let's say, we'll consider as 9 centimeter. So another side is 10 centimeter. What will be the altitude of the triangle of the same triangle of height 10 centimeter? What we will do, we'll first calculate what area. If you want, you can first calculate area of the triangle. What is that? Sir, 1 by 2, what is base? 8. What is height corresponding to the base? 9. 8 will become 4. 4 9s are 36. What will be the unit? Unit you will write in the comment. I will not write because unit is very important. If you don't write the unit, half marks went. Now, second part, what the question has asked. Question does not asking for area or perimeter. Question is asking for the calculate the altitude or the height corresponding to the base or the corresponding to the side 10 centimeter. They won't write base also. So height corresponding to the side, we know that what we know that the triangle is same. Again, the area of triangle here is base into height. 1 by 2 base into height only. But this time the base is 10. I don't know the height. So I'll write this as a height h only. Area of triangle I know this is 36. 1 by 2. Base I know is 10. Height I don't know. What should I do? I'll send this 2 to other side. This division 2 goes into the multiplication. 36 2s are 72. Height from the multiplication will go other side in the denominator. And this will give you the height. Sorry, 10 will go in the denominator. So height will become 7.2. Again, the unit you will decide. And then write the final answer. Always write the answer in terms of the question asked. Don't write that height of a triangle is 7.2 centimeter. I'm telling the unit. Why? Because they asked that find the height corresponding to the side 10 centimeter. So write like that only. Height of a triangle corresponding to side 10 centimeter is 7.2 centimeter. Understood? The better way of writing, again I am telling you, the standard way of writing. Similar type of question might ask for the parallelogram also. That, okay, this is the parallelogram. I am giving you one question, you will solve. Area, let's say I am giving is this side is 6 centimeter, and the area of parallelogram is given. Let's say given 144 centimeter square. Find the height of parallelogram. Homework question. Again, one more few things I am writing. Write in the comment box answer of this question, and also write in the comment that what is 1 meter is square equal to how many centimeter square. I have made you write this. Also write 1 centimeter square equal to how many meter square, because when you are converting, they might give rate in meter square and they might give the sides in centimeter square. So after either initially calculate the side in convert the sides in the meter and then calculate the area in meter square only. If by any chance you have misread the question, you have not just while reading the question, we generally read that rate is equal to rupees 30 per meter square or centimeter square. We don't pay attention that much. So after finding the meter square, don't cancel the whole question. Convert it into the centimeter square, or after finding it into the centimeter square, we can convert it into the meter square. If by any chance in the exam you don't remember, just remember this word. Centi means only what? 1 by 100. So whenever centi square means 1 by 100, another 1 by 100, 2 times 1 by 100. I have told you the answer, but still kindly write in the comment box. Share this video with your friends, and the only benefit to subscribe a channel is that whenever the late video will come, you'll got to know. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much. I have revised all the concepts, all the formulas. Try to take few questions. I want to take more questions, but want to keep the video shorter. and unit discussion. I have told you the what mistakes you can avoid while writing while solving the question from perimeter and area. All the very best. Thank you so much. That's it. Thank you.